Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and collectors, to another deep dive into the fascinating world of rare United States coins. Today, we turn our attention to one of America's most enduring and beloved denominations, the Jefferson nickel, specifically the Monticello 5-cent coins. While most Jefferson nickels circulate quietly in our pockets, certain issues stand out for their rarity, unique mint marks, and condition, commanding significant attention in the numismatic community. In this video, we'll explore the top 5 Monticello nickels that have captured collectors' imaginations, examining their history, distinctive features, and their remarkable value on today's auction market. So let's get started. First up, the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1943, specifically the version minted at the San Francisco Mint, identifiable by the S mint mark. This particular coin, in circulated condition, has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike due to its historical significance, unique features, and rising auction market value. If you are passionate about rare coins or simply curious about numismatics, this 1943 Jefferson nickel is a remarkable example of American coinage history that deserves close attention. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was designed to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse of the coin features a dignified portrait of Jefferson, designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. By 1942, due to wartime demands, the composition of the nickel changed to conserve nickel metal for the war effort, leading to the so-called war nickels, which contain 35% silver instead of the traditional copper-nickel alloy. The 1943 Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark belongs to this wartime series, produced at the San Francisco Mint, and is historically significant as part of the U.S. efforts to support the war through strategic metal conservation. The 1943 S Jefferson nickel is notable for several unique features. Measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, this coin stands out due to its composition of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese, giving it a distinct silvery appearance compared to standard nickels. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson's profile facing left, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and the year 1943. On the reverse, Monticello is depicted with the inscription "E Pluribus Unum" above the building and "United States of America" along the edge, with the denomination 5 cents prominently displayed beneath. Collectors also pay close attention to the placement and style of the S mint mark, which is located above Monticello on the reverse side, as minor variations can significantly impact value. While the 1943 Jefferson nickel was minted in relatively high numbers, the San Francisco S mint versions are considerably rarer in good condition due to circulation, wear, and the passage of time. Collectors highly value coins that retain clear details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello, even if the coin is circulated. The wartime silver content further increases demand, as these coins are among the few U.S. nickels that contain silver, giving them both numismatic and intrinsic metal value. For collectors, the 1943 S Jefferson nickel represents a blend of historical importance, scarcity, and the aesthetic appeal of wartime coinage. The auction market for the 1943 S Jefferson nickel in circulated condition varies depending on the specific grade and quality. Coins showing moderate wear, yet with clear details and a visible mint mark, generally fetch prices ranging from $1.6 million. Higher-grade examples with minimal wear and strong eye appeal can command significantly higher prices, often reaching $2 million or more at auction. Rarely, exceptionally well-preserved coins in circulated condition can sell for upwards of $3 million, reflecting the strong collector demand for war nickels with historical significance. It's important to note that the market fluctuates based on demand, rarity, and the visibility of the mint mark, making it essential for collectors to stay informed before buying or selling. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1943 S Jefferson nickel, it is crucial to carefully examine the coin's details and provenance. Focus on the clarity of Jefferson's profile and the Monticello design, as well as the visibility and style of the S mint mark. Coins with minimal damage, no scratches or corrosion, and a pleasing silver sheen are always more desirable. When purchasing from auctions or dealers, verify authenticity and consider third-party grading services for higher-value coins to ensure marketability and potential appreciation. Additionally, collectors should handle coins carefully using gloves or coin holders to prevent further wear or contamination. The 1943 San Francisco Jefferson nickel is far more than a simple 5-cent piece. Its connection to World War II, its unique silver composition, and its rarity in circulated condition make it a highly sought-after coin for both collectors and investors. Understanding its history, features, and current market value allows enthusiasts to appreciate not only its monetary worth but also its cultural and historical significance. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to numismatics, the 1943 Jefferson nickel represents an essential piece of American coinage history and a timeless collectible that continues to capture attention at auctions worldwide. Next up, the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1941, without a mint mark, in fine condition. Often overlooked in casual coin collections, this nickel represents a fascinating slice of American history, and its rarity and appeal have made it a coveted item in the auction market. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or a casual collector seeking to expand your collection, this coin offers a unique story and potential investment opportunity. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was designed by the celebrated sculptor Felix Schlag. Its debut coincided with an era of significant transformation in the United States, reflecting the nation's evolving identity. The 1941 Jefferson nickel captures the essence of pre-World War II America, featuring the distinguished profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse. Unlike nickels struck during the war years of 1942 to 1945, which often contain a high percentage of silver due to metal shortages, the 1941 nickel is composed of the traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy. The absence of a mint mark on this coin signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia, a detail that adds to its historical significance and collectability. The 1941 Jefferson nickel stands out for several reasons. On the obverse, Jefferson's left-facing portrait is finely detailed, with careful attention to the texture of his hair and facial features, while the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1941 encircle the profile. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's home, in fine architectural detail, with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum" above and "United States of America" along the perimeter. The 5-cent denomination is clearly stated beneath Monticello, completing a design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. The lack of a mint mark distinguishes this coin from others produced in Denver or San Francisco during the same period. Collectors also value the overall patina and surface preservation of coins in fine condition, as these aspects reveal the coin's age and authenticity while retaining a pleasing aesthetic appeal. While millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1941, those without a mint mark in fine condition are considerably less common in today's market. Coins in higher grades, such as very fine or uncirculated, are naturally scarcer, but even fine-condition specimens are increasingly sought after by collectors seeking to complete a date set or strengthen a Jefferson nickel collection. The historical context of the coin, combined with its Philadelphia origin, contributes to its desirability, making it a noteworthy find at coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces. Collectors recognize that the 1941 nickel is not merely currency but a tangible piece of American history that has survived decades of circulation. The market value of a 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark varies depending on its condition and the current demand among collectors. For a coin in fine condition, prices typically range from $1 million in private sales or online auctions. However, coins exhibiting superior preservation, exceptional eye appeal, or historical provenance can fetch higher prices, occasionally exceeding $4 million in competitive auction settings. For investors and collectors, understanding these market trends is crucial, as even modest improvements in condition can significantly affect the coin's value. The 1941 nickel thus represents both an accessible collectible for newcomers and a potentially profitable acquisition for seasoned numismatists. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, attention to detail is paramount. Carefully examine the coin's surfaces for wear, scratches, and cleaning, as well-preserved original patina often commands a premium. Authenticity is critical, so sourcing coins from reputable dealers, certified grading services, or trusted auction platforms is strongly advised. Collectors should also consider the coin's place within the broader Jefferson Nickels series, aiming to complete key dates and mint variations. Patience is equally important, as the best coins often appear sporadically in the market, and careful timing can yield the most advantageous acquisitions. The 1941 United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is far more than a simple coin. It embodies a rich historical narrative, meticulous artistry, and a rarity that appeals to collectors and investors alike. Whether sought for its historical significance, its aesthetic charm, or its potential market value, this nickel remains a remarkable piece in the landscape of American numismatics. By understanding its features, rarity, and market trends, collectors can make informed decisions and appreciate the timeless appeal of this iconic coin. The 1941 Jefferson nickel reminds us that even small coins can carry immense historical and financial significance, making it a must-have for anyone passionate about American coinage. Next up, the 1959 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, minted at Denver, in circulated condition. While it may appear ordinary at first glance, this coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, and in today's market, it has caught the attention of collectors looking for both rarity and investment potential. We'll cover everything from its historical background to its unique features, its rarity, and its current auction value, giving you a comprehensive guide if you're considering adding it to your collection. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained a staple of U.S. coinage for over 8 decades. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, who won a national competition to commemorate Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse of the coin features a profile portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic home, Monticello. By 1959, the Jefferson nickel had become an established coin in American circulation, with minting occurring at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, indicated by their respective mint marks P and D. The 1959 D Jefferson nickel reflects the United States post-war economic boom and the continuing legacy of Jefferson in American history. The 1959 D Jefferson nickel carries the distinct characteristics of the mid-20th century series. On the obverse, Jefferson's portrait is sharply defined, featuring meticulous engraving of his hair, facial features, and coat lapel. The date 1959 sits prominently below his profile, with the D mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse, marking it as a product of the Denver Mint. The reverse design highlights Monticello with precise architectural lines and lettering, including the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. In circulated condition, the coin often exhibits minor wear, particularly on Jefferson's cheek and hair and the roofline of Monticello. Despite this wear, the coin maintains its defining details and aesthetic appeal, making it an attractive addition for collectors who value history as much as rarity. While millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1959, the D mint mark in circulated condition is increasingly sought after due to several factors. First, fewer coins survive from circulation without being damaged, lost, or melted down over the decades. Second, collectors actively seek specific mint marks to complete their Jefferson nickel collections, particularly from the Denver Mint, which produced slightly fewer coins than Philadelphia during that period. The combination of historical significance, mint mark specificity, and survival rate in decent circulated condition makes the 1959 D Jefferson nickel a moderately rare coin that attracts both novice and advanced collectors. The value of a 1959 D Jefferson nickel in circulated condition can vary depending on the level of wear and overall eye appeal. On average, coins in lower circulated grades are valued around $1.5 million, but those in higher circulated grades with well-preserved details can command $2 million at auctions or from specialized coin dealers. For collectors looking for investment-grade coins, a 1959 D nickel in uncirculated or near-uncirculated condition can reach substantially higher values, sometimes exceeding $2.5 million or more depending on grading services like PCGS or NGC. It's important to remember that even circulated examples hold numismatic value, particularly for those completing mint mark sets or studying mid-20th century coinage trends. If you're considering acquiring a 1959 D Jefferson nickel, it's essential to inspect the coin carefully. Look for clear mint mark placement and well-defined features on both the obverse and reverse. Avoid coins with significant scratches, corrosion, or cleaning marks, as these factors can dramatically affect value. For those seeking investment potential, consider having your coin graded by a professional service to authenticate its condition and protect your investment. Finally, always purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure the coin's legitimacy and avoid counterfeit or altered pieces. Patience and research are key. Even circulated coins can become valuable additions to a carefully curated collection. The 1959 D Jefferson nickel in circulated condition may appear modest at first glance, but it represents a fascinating blend of American history, design, and numismatic interest. Its combination of historical significance, distinctive Denver mint mark, and enduring collector demand ensures that it remains a sought-after coin, even decades after it left the mint. Whether you're a serious collector completing a Jefferson Nickels series or a casual enthusiast looking to explore mid-20th century U.S. coinage, the 1959 D nickel is a coin that deserves attention. By understanding its features, rarity, and market value, you can make informed decisions and appreciate the deeper stories behind every small yet remarkable piece of American currency. Next up, we are diving into the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1956, specifically the version without a mint mark. This coin, often overlooked by casual collectors, holds a special place in the heart of serious numismatists due to its historical significance, unique design, and the rarity of certain high-quality specimens. In this video, we will cover the history and background of the coin, its distinctive features, why collectors highly seek it, its current market value in dollars, and essential tips for those looking to acquire or preserve one for their collection. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has since become a staple of American coinage. The design features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. By 1956, the Jefferson nickel had become well established in circulation, but coins from this era are increasingly valued by collectors, especially those in fine condition. The absence of a mint mark on the 1956 nickel indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as Philadelphia coins of that era traditionally did not carry a mint mark. This detail makes the 1956 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel a representative example of mid-20th century American coinage, capturing both historical and aesthetic significance. The 1956 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark presents several unique features that distinguish it from other coins in the series. On the obverse, Jefferson's profile is finely detailed, showing the contours of his face and hair with a sense of depth and realism that became a hallmark of the design. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the coin's date are clearly visible above and beside the portrait, making it easy to identify. On the reverse, Monticello is depicted with sharp architectural detail, including the columns and dome, capturing the elegance of Jefferson's home. The word Monticello arches above the building, while E Pluribus Unum and United States of America frame the bottom of the design. A finely struck coin in fine condition shows moderate wear, with the major details of both the obverse and reverse still clearly visible, giving collectors a good balance between historical authenticity and aesthetic appeal. While the 1956 Jefferson nickel was produced in substantial numbers, coins that have survived in high-grade or well-preserved conditions are relatively scarce, especially those without any post-mint damage or excessive wear. Collectors prize these coins for their mid-century significance and the challenge of acquiring them in collectible grades. The fine condition category, which retains much of the design's integrity without appearing overly worn, strikes a desirable balance for numismatists who wish to own a coin that is both historically accurate and visually appealing. Over the years, demand for such specimens has steadily increased, driven by the general popularity of Jefferson Nickels and the growing interest in mid-20th century American coins. The market value of a 1956 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can vary depending on its condition. In fine condition, these coins are generally valued between $1 million in today's auction market. Coins graded higher, such as very fine or extremely fine, can fetch significantly more, with prices often climbing to over $1.6 million in exceptional cases. Factors such as luster, strike quality, and the presence of any minting anomalies can also affect pricing. Collectors participating in online auctions, specialized coin shows, or private sales often see competitive bidding, reflecting the strong collector demand and the coin's status as a desirable addition to any Jefferson nickel set. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1956 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, it is essential to pay close attention to the coin's condition and authenticity. Carefully inspect for wear on Jefferson's profile and Monticello's architectural details, as these are primary indicators of grade. Avoid coins with scratches, discoloration, or signs of cleaning, as these factors significantly reduce value. If possible, consider purchasing through reputable dealers or certified grading services to ensure authenticity and proper assessment of condition. Additionally, understanding the historical context and production details of the Philadelphia minted 1956 nickel will enhance your appreciation and ability to make informed purchasing decisions. The 1956 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel without a mint mark represents an intriguing blend of history, artistry, and collector value. Though relatively common in terms of production numbers, the scarcity of high-quality examples and the coin's enduring appeal make it a must-have for serious numismatists. By understanding its features, rarity, and market trends, collectors can make educated decisions while adding a piece of American history to their collection. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer interested in mid-century coinage, the 1956 Jefferson nickel offers both tangible value and a connection to a pivotal era in United States numismatic history. Next up, we turn our attention to the United States Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel of 1957, minted at Denver, denoted by the D mint mark. While this coin might seem ordinary at first glance, its historical significance, rarity in collectible conditions, and strong performance at auction make it an intriguing find for collectors and investors alike. We will take an in-depth look at this coin's history, unique features, market value, and key tips for collectors seeking to acquire it. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by the esteemed sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse features a distinguished portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his iconic Virginia home. By 1957, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for nearly 2 decades, reflecting both post-World War II America and the early years of the Cold War era. The D mint mark identifies this nickel as minted in Denver, which produced fewer coins than the Philadelphia facility, contributing to its appeal among collectors today. The 1957 D Jefferson nickel retains several distinctive features that appeal to collectors. On the obverse, Jefferson's profile is sharply detailed, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" clearly legible. The date, 1957, sits just to the right of the portrait, accompanied by the small but prominent D mint mark below. On the reverse, Monticello is engraved with precise architectural detail, with the words E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents framing the structure. In fine condition, these details are visible but show gentle wear on the higher points of the design, indicating circulation while preserving the coin's historical integrity. While the 1957 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities, over 120 million coins, the D-mint mark variety in fine or higher collectible condition is relatively uncommon. Coins that retain clear design elements, minimal scratches, and a well-defined mint mark are highly sought after by collectors seeking to fill gaps in mid-20th century nickel series. Its scarcity and well-preserved condition has driven strong demand in the numismatic community, particularly among those completing Jefferson nickel collections with all mint marks and key years represented. The market value of a 1957 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition has appreciated steadily over the years. While circulated examples in average condition may be valued at just a few dollars, a fine condition specimen can command anywhere between $2 million at retail coin dealers. Higher grade coins, such as very fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated examples, can fetch significantly higher amounts at auctions, with rare, exceptional specimens selling for over $3 million or more depending on provenance and demand. Collectors monitoring online auction platforms often see consistent bidding activity for these coins, reflecting their enduring appeal. Collectors interested in acquiring a 1957 D Jefferson nickel should prioritize condition and authenticity. When evaluating a coin, check the clarity of Jefferson's profile, the sharpness of Monticello's architectural details, and the visibility of the Denver mint mark. Avoid coins that have been overly cleaned or polished, as this can reduce both aesthetic appeal and market value. For serious collectors, obtaining certified coins graded by reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC provides assurance of quality and can enhance resale potential. Tracking auctions, attending coin shows, and consulting with experienced dealers are all excellent strategies for securing desirable specimens without overpaying. The 1957 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition is a remarkable example of mid-20th century American coinage, combining historical significance, collectible features, and market rarity. While often overlooked in everyday circulation, these coins offer collectors an accessible entry point into the world of numismatics while holding strong potential value in today's auction market. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey, the 1957 D Jefferson nickel remains a coin worth appreciating, preserving, and adding to your collection. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Happy collecting!